Hey guys, welcome back to Mind State, where we help you reach your full potential. In today's video, we will be discussing the things you should never do first thing in the morning. Let's get into it. Number 1. Work straight away in the morning. When you wake up in the morning, your mind is in a state of flux. It's not fully awake yet, and you don't have all your senses about you. This is why it's so important to take advantage of this time to start working straight away. The first hour after you wake up is incredibly important and can set the tone for your entire day. If you spend that time exercising and having a nutritious breakfast, you'll feel prepared and productive, energized and motivated, and your self-esteem and self-discipline will improve. The problem is that most people don't do this. They wake up late, get lazy, or don't see how important their morning routine really is. They skip it completely, rush out of the house with barely any clothes on, still half asleep, and make their commute in a daze. Number 2. Taking hot showers. You probably love to take long hot showers, but in the morning, a hot shower can make you feel drowsy and tempted to crawl back into bed. It's not enough to feel good. You want to be productive. To start your day off right, build momentum by doing something that makes you more motivated, energetic, and productive. Things like stretching and running push you in the right direction. Your body goes through a lot during the night. You're digesting food and processing information that might have been hard to process last night or earlier in the day. Your body also has to work hard to stay warm when it's cold out, so it's not as hard-pressed for energy when it gets up. That means it needs fuel. But if you don't get enough sleep, your body isn't ready for this challenge, and neither are you. A good rule of thumb is that if you're not getting the recommended 7 hours of sleep per night or more, then you're likely not getting enough sleep for optimal health, and therefore not ready for another day of challenges. Number 3. Don't wing it. Your morning routine should be planned out. When you've gotten into a habit of doing the same thing day after day, it's easier to reap the rewards. But what if you try to improvise instead? Many people think that they'll just do whatever feels natural. But when you improvise, your efficiency tanks. The simple truth is that most people make bad decisions in the mornings. You convince yourself that it's okay to slack off or that it's not a problem to watch TV or just lay in bed a little longer than normal. But a little laziness goes a long way. Luckily, planning your routine will take the pressure off because you don't run the risk of making bad decisions if your entire morning is already decided on ahead of time. So what should you do? Plan out your morning routine. If you want more time at work or more time with family and friends, then don't get your laziness get in the way of accomplishing these goals. Plan out everything from the minute you wake up until the minute you go back to sleep at night for maximum efficiency. Number 4. Complaining about work is a bad habit, especially first thing in the morning. Starting your day by complaining about work is one of the worst things you can do. Your motivation will fly out the window. You'll get nothing done and you'll start looking for shortcuts and making excuses. Instead of taking 2 steps back, why not take 1 step forward by focusing on positive things during your morning routine? First thing in the morning, make a list of 3 things that went well yesterday, no matter how small they are. Don't be too critical about it. Just write down anything that comes to mind. Next, think about what goal you have for today and remind yourself why that goal is important to you. Make sure it's an achievable goal, and make sure it's something that will help you move towards long-term goals or dreams. This can be as simple as today I want to work harder than yesterday, or today I want to finish writing my book chapter, whatever works best for you. Finally, think about how good it feels when someone compliments your accomplishments, or tells you they appreciate what you do. At the very least, let yourself feel good about what you've done so far today. Are you liking the video so far? Before we get back, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel and click on the notification bell to get notified of our new uploads. Now let's get right back to it. Number 5. You know how you can just feel your brain slowing down as the day goes on, and by the end of it, you're basically a zombie? It's because of mental clutter. You've got so many little decisions to make in the morning. What you're going to wear, what kind of workout you'll do, what music you'll listen to on your drive to work, that by the time you're ready to start your day, your brain has already made several dozen decisions that don't amount to anything. The solution is easy. Cut these decisions out of your morning routine. Many successful people have done this by incorporating their decisions into their daily routine. For example, they always wear the same clothes, work out at the same time each day, and listen to the same music when they drive into work. This way, they free up their brain for bigger decisions that actually matter. It will also boost productivity. You've heard it before. Wake up and smell the coffee. But what does that mean? It means that when you wake up, your brain isn't working at full capacity. It's still in recovery mode from a long night's sleep. So, it needs to be warmed before it can get down to business. If you're not warming up your brain in the morning, you're doing yourself a disservice and probably not being as productive as you could be. Number 6. When you hit snooze, you're making it harder and harder to be productive. For starters, waking up every 10 minutes is terrible for you. It leaves you feeling tired throughout the day because 10 minutes isn't nearly enough time for your brain to get any deep sleep. It will try its best, but when your alarm goes off 10 minutes later, you'll feel even worse than before. This means that you might hit snooze again and again, until finally, getting up is just a distant memory. By then, your morning has gotten smaller, lazier, and a whole lot more stressful. You have to rush through your routine, which means that you have less time for healthy habits like exercise or breakfast. That creates a whole lot of unnecessary stress in your life and leaves you feeling flustered and foggy. And it takes longer for you to concentrate and stay motivated. It's easy to hit it and make yourself feel better for a few minutes, but each time you do, you're making it harder and harder to be productive. Your body needs at least 20 minutes of uninterrupted sleep to fall into REM sleep, the kind of sleep where your body gets the most restorative benefits. So when your alarm goes off 10 minutes later, and it will, you'll probably feel even more tired than before. Number 7. Checking your phone when you wake up in the morning is like having a bad case of the hiccups. You may not be able to stop it, but you can certainly work on trying to avoid it in the first place. If you are someone who wakes up and immediately reaches for their phone, you might be surprised at how many people do this. The first thing they see in the morning is a text from a host, or even worse, a blank screen. Suddenly, there's a flood of distractions filling their brain, instead of thinking about their passions or work. Studies have shown that looking at your phone increases stress and makes you more self-conscious. Some people fall into that vortex of social media, and others sit there wondering why no one messaged them. Either way, your momentum is shot and your mind is a million miles away. All these factors combine to make the first hour after waking up really important for setting yourself up for success throughout the day. And it all starts with putting down your phone. A study by the University of British Columbia found that 70% of people surveyed check their phone within 5 minutes of waking up. It's no wonder we're all so stressed out. We're constantly comparing ourselves to other people and worrying about what they're doing. We don't even have the time to think about our own passions or work because we're too busy scrolling through social media. The good news is that there are a few simple things you can do to change this habit and start your day on the right foot. First, make sure to set an alarm that tells you when it's time to wake up. Don't just rely on your phone's alarm clock. Second, put your phone across the room when you go to bed at night so it won't be tempting for you in the morning. And third, try setting aside some time each day for mindfulness exercises. This will help clear your mind and give you some much-needed space from distractions. Hey, thanks so much for watching. We're really glad you enjoyed this. If you like what you see, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss any of our incredible content coming your way. We'd love to know your thoughts about this video, so leave a comment below. Also, don't forget to subscribe. See you next time!